In this video, Ducati apologized to Pecco BAGNAIA, accept the entire blame for the disastrous race weekend. Ducati has no strength at the moment, says Jorge Martin. And Rins says he opted to finish the race rather than crash trying to do something stupid. My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. Although a Ducati rider won the season opener, the factory team had a very contrasting outcome. Neither Pecco BAGNAIA nor Jack Miller saw the first checkered flag of the season. The horror was heightened not just because Pecco crashed out, taking Martin with him, and Miller plagued by the electronics problem, but by the fact that all of them had poor race starts and none of them were making any progress as the laps went by. Right after the race, Pecco was furious with Ducati and made the same comments Maverick Vinales made about Yamaha just before it all exploded last year. Now Ducati team manager has come out accepting all the blame and admitting that Ducati made a mistake with the preparation of the race for Pecco BAGNAIA. Tardosi said, "We have to understand it and make a self-criticism to try to recover from all the problems. What happened was not acceptable and that is something we have to think about. I think we have made some mistakes and it can't happen a second time." Tardosi also noted that Ducati understands Pecco's anger and insisted that they trust him 100%. Tardosi continued, "Getting angry is possible and we understand. It was our fault, not Pecco's. We are 100% confident in Pecco and we think he will be our rider for the next 3 years, so we have to trust him. He is a very nice team player and a very fast rider, so we think we give him what he deserves, a bike that allows him to ride smoothly." Responding to Tardosi's statements, Pecco reiterated his issues, this time very calmly. Pecco said, "The setup wasn't right on the track. The electronics weren't right. We weren't ready for the race. They can give us something a lot better, but if we don't have time to adapt, we can't go any faster." Now I don't want to be too negative here, but are the cracks starting to appear in the relationship between Ducati and Pecco already? First not choosing the latest spec engine and then publicly criticizing Ducati. Is it just me or do you see the repeat of Ducati-Dovi split in 3 years time? Let's chat in the comments below. After narrowly escaping a very scary crash at the Qatar GP, Jorge Martin was left very angry at the lack of performance from his Desmosedici GP22. After rewatching the race and analyzing some more, Jorge Martin is now very confused as to what is the strength of the Ducati. Of course, it used to be the ability to zoom past the Yamahas, Suzukis and Aprilias on the straights up until a few months ago, but that is no longer the case. Even the race winner, Enea Bastianini, made a lot of his key overtakes in the twisty sections and not on the straight. Jorge Martin started, "I was expecting to fight for the podium or even for the victory, but the pace just was not there. We had some issues and we need to understand them before Indonesia. I could not overtake even the Aprilias or the Suzukis on the straight, so I don't know exactly what is our strong point now. I think we don't have a strong point at all. So we need to understand well and try to improve in some areas because even without the crash, the maximum result was 7th or 8th. And after crashing out of a race 6 times in 2021 alone, Suzuki's Aleix Rins seems to have started the year in a sensible manner. And although a P7 doesn't look all that great on paper, seeing the checkered flag was his priority after spending half of 2021 in the gravel trap. Aleix Rins started by saying, "It was a tough race. From 10th on the grid, it was difficult for me to position myself well for the first corner. I lost a lot of time there because all the riders arrived together into turn 1. Speaking about his conscious decision to not take the unnecessary risk, Rins continued, "When I overtook Jorge Martin, I was 1 second behind Joan. I wanted to catch up with him, but I was at the limit with the front wheel. So I quickly realized that it was not possible to close the gap. Last year, I would have tried to catch up with him and would have fallen in the process. But this year, I deliberately held back and focused on finishing the race. It is not the result that I was hoping for, but at least I'm taking home 9 championship points." If you made it till here and are still not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell. Here are 2 more videos which you might enjoy. My name is Sankalp and I'll be back with another video very soon.